This is R.D. Sharma solution, class 11, chapter 24, the circle. MCQs we are taking, multiple choice questions. The first question is, if the equation of a circle, the equation is lambda x square plus 2 lambda minus 3 y square minus 4x plus 6y minus 1 equals 0, then the coordinates of a center are. What are the coordinates? First thing is that the coefficient of x square and y square should be equal. First thing is clear. So lambda and 2 lambda minus 3 should be equal. So what do you get? Take 3 here. 2 lambda minus lambda is 3. So lambda is 3 here. So the equation will be 3x square plus 3y square, 3x square plus 3y square minus 4x plus 6y minus 1 equals 0. Whenever we want to find out the center, so we have to have a unity here, 1 here. We divide whole equation by 3. The equation is divided by 3. So x square plus y square minus 4 by 3x plus 2y minus 1 by 3 equals 0 is going to come. Now here you have to equate it with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. So you'll compare this 2gx with minus 4 by 3x. Get xx cancel, 2 divided by 2 on the right hand side, so it will be minus 2 by 3. But remember, g is not the center, minus g is the center. Minus g is, you have to take minus. So minus g is 2 by 3. What about this one? 2fy. So this is 2fy. 2fy is, compare it with or equate it with 2y. Y gets cancelled. F equals 1. But f is, the center is not f. Center will be minus f. All coming questions, just remember minus g and minus f are center. G and f are different. Center are minus g and minus f. So we have 2 by 3 and minus 1. B option is correct one. This is question number 2. If 2x square, the question is, if 2x square plus lambda xy plus 2y square plus lambda minus 4x plus 6y minus 5 equals 0, this is the equation of a circle, then its radius is, we have to find out the radius. Now before that, first thing first is we have to have x square and y square coefficient as 1. We have to make it as unity, 2x square and 2y square. So we have to divide by 2 whole of the equation so that we get unity before x square and y square. See here. So this 2 just divide, and then after making it unity, when you compare it with the general equation of the square, this circle, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. X square y square we have already done. We have made it as unity. And final equation we have also got, dividing it by 2. But when we equate it with this general equation, you see in this general equation there is no xy term. There is no xy term. Only 2gx 2fy is there, x square y square is there. There is no xy term. I am emphasizing here because other questions which are coming also requires you to know this. So here 2gx, if you compare with lambda minus 4 by 2x, you will get this g, and similarly with 3y. If you compare it with 2fy, compare with 3y. But first thing first is lambda xy is not there. So if you see lambda xy is not there, xy are the variable. So the only option left to us, or the only logic is lambda has to be 0. Because lambda xy is not in the equation of the circle. So lambda xy, we need to remove it. Xy we cannot, because xy are variables. Lambda is the constant. So we can only, you can say, conclude here that lambda is 0. This lambda xy, it shouldn't be in the circle equation. So lambda xy, x cannot be 0, y cannot be 0. So lambda is 0. First thing is clear, lambda is 0. When you now do this comparison or equality with 2gx equals lambda minus 4 by 2, what do you get? Lambda is 0, so it will be minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2. 2gx is minus 2x, 2gx. Either you can find out minus g or you can find out g, because center is not asked in this question. The question is asking for the radius. So either you find out minus g, either you find g, it doesn't matter. But again, let me re-emphasize, if you have to find the center, it should be minus g and minus f. Minus g and minus f. But here it doesn't matter. You can have g. So now 2gx we compared. Now is the turn for 3y. We will compare this 3y with 2fy in order to know the f. Same discussion. You can find minus f, you can find f, doesn't matter, because center is not been asked. So 2fy I can compare with the 3y actually. We have divided it by 2. So you get 1 and minus 3 by 2, and 1 minus 3 by 2 is center, but you don't need to do it. Why? Because in this radius equation we have radius is under root g square plus 5f square minus c. So you don't need minus g and minus f. Ultimately minus g and minus f, they are going to be squared. They are finally going to be squared only. So g square plus f square minus c is the under root here. So as I said, g square 5f square minus g square minus f square, it doesn't affect. So this is under root g square plus f square minus c. C is here 5. Minus 5 actually. Minus 1 minus 5 will become 5. 5 by 2 actually. Question number 3 is saying the equation x square plus y square plus 2x minus 4y plus 5 equals 0 represents. What does it represent? Now you have to see the options first. There is option of a circle of non-zero radius. From this option, it's clear that it can be a circle, it can be a point. From here, it's quite evident that it is a circle. You'll directly write circle if you don't read the options. But let me tell you, if I compare this 2x with 2gx, try to find out g or try to find out minus g. So you'll get 1. Again, minus g minus f won't affect here. Center will always be minus g and minus f. Always remember, whenever you are being told center, find minus g minus f. Whenever you are being told try to find out the radius, g and f will suffice. Okay. So 1 square, here you will get minus 2. So f will be minus 2 actually, and minus f will be 2. So either use minus 2 or 2, it doesn't matter. And then you have c, g square plus f square minus c. And this c is 5, so minus 5. And when you try to find out the radius, it will be 1 square plus 4. 1 is 1 plus 4 plus 5. It's actually 0. So radius is 0. When the said circle, the radius is 0, what does it mean? It means it's not a circle, it's just a point. It's just a point. So we have a point. If you read the third option, a circle of non-zero radius, or you will tempted to answer none of these, it's not. It's a point. A circle with 0 radius is just a point, just the center. This is question number 4. If the equation is like this: 4a minus 3x square plus ay square plus 6x minus 2y plus 2 equals 0, this represents a circle, then its center is. So now minus g minus f you need. So first of all, if it is a circle, the coefficient of x square and y square have to be equal. So 4a minus 3 equals a, you get a as 1. This is first thing is clear. Now take this a, put it in the equation. The equation of the circle is going to be, just put a as 1. So x square plus y square plus 6x minus 2y plus 2 equals 0. You compare this 6x with 2gx, compare this minus 2y with 2fy. And minus g minus f is going to be minus 3 and 1. And this is going to be the center. C is the correct answer here. If you take G and F, the question answer will be changed. So it will be incorrect. Question number 5. The radius of the circle represented by the equation is 3x square plus 3y square plus lambda xy plus 9x plus lambda minus 6y plus 3 equals 0. One more thing, let me tell you, a lot of students, they are asking that please write the questions also. That is not possible because this is the R.D. Sharma textbook and there will be a copyright issue. You know, he can say that why you have written the question. You know, his livelihood is only when the people are buying the book. So that is, I cannot do that. You understand? So this is the equation we are talking about. And what will be the radius? Radius, you know, under root g square plus f square minus c. If you compare it with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2f5 plus c, lambda xy is not in the general equation of the circle. That means clearly lambda is 0. So lambda is 0. So when you have lambda is 0, put lambda here. Lambda minus 6 is minus 6y. Center, whenever we have to find out, or the radius, we have to make the coefficient of x square and y square as unity. So divide whole equation by 3 first. Total equation by 3. So what do you get? X square plus y square. Now divide it by 3. So you get 3 plus 3x minus 2y plus 1. Now compare 3x or equate 3x by 2gx. Equate minus 2x by 2fy. You'll get g and f. C is already there, 1. G square plus f square minus c. C is 1. So you get 3 by 2. Option A is the correct answer. This is question number 6. And the number of integral values of lambda for which the equation lambda x square plus y square plus lambda x plus lambda 1 minus lambda y plus 5 equals 0 is the equation of the circle whose radius cannot exceed 5. So this question we have already done in detail. The question is the 8th question of very short answer questions of this chapter only, the circle. If you go to that exercise which I explained, the question 8 is exactly same thing. Is it question 8? No. Okay, it's question number 6. It's question number 6 of VSAQ, right? Very short question, very short answer question, VSAQ, question number 6. Okay, let me just tell you about this. Only lambda is replaced by a as per that question. It's not question number 8. I'm just change it. It's question number 6 VSAQ. So the radius of this equation should not exceed 5. What is the radius? G square plus f square minus c, and this should not exceed 5, so it has to be less than equal to 5. It has to be less than equal to 5. And g and f is what? G is this one, f is this one. So just compare lambda x with 2gx, 1 minus lambda y by 2fi. So we'll square, this is g under root g square plus f square minus c equal less than equal to 5, less than equal to 5. We'll compare, we'll equate them or use the inequality sign, square them. Finally, you will have a quadratic equation. This already we have discussed. Question number 6, VSAQ. 2 lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 119. A is 1 here, B is minus 2, C is minus 119. Minus B under root, minus B plus minus under root B square minus 4 is by 2A. Sridharacharya formula. When you take plus, it will be 8.23. When you take negative, it will be minus 7.23. Now you see lambda. Lambda is in between these two, minus 7.23 and 8.23. So the question is asked about lambda, which is integral. Integral values are those values which are not having any decimal part or fractional part. So after minus 7, minus 6 will come, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no 9. Why? Because it's just 8.23. If you just count it, it will be 16. This is question number 7. The equation of the circle passing through the point 1, 1 and having two diameters along the pair of lines x square minus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 3 equals 0 is. So here we have to go back to our straight line concepts. We have already done the straight lines. So what do you get here? 1, 1 circle is passing. We'll use it later. 1, 1. And the two diameters are along the pair of lines. So we have to know the equation which represent the pair of lines. That is the straight line concept. So we have two diameters. Say this is one diameter. This one is another diameter. And if we can find out the intersection of these two, we'll get the center. And we can, because these are the diameter endpoints, we can make a circle out of it. All the four arc point and end point of the diameters are concyclic. We'll start with the equation x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals a square. Now we'll compare it with x square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 3 equals 0. We'll not compare this, sorry. We have to compare this x square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 3. We have to compare it with the ax square plus by square plus 2hxy plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. Because in straight line, the concept was equation which represent pair of lines is this one. So we are comparing the given equation with the standard equation. So if you see here, a is x square and ax square, that is a is 1. Minus y square and plus b square, b is minus 1. Minus 2x equals 2gx, so you get g. 4y with 2fy, you get y. The constant is minus 3, that is the last one. How about 2hxy? There is no 2hxy here. So it's quite clear when we don't have 2hxy, x and y and 2 cannot be 0 because x and y are variable, 2 is a constant. How about h? H has to be 0. So from here, all the values a, b, g, f, c can be directly computed or compared. But 2hxy is by logic that when we don't have an xy term, that means we have h as 0. So this intersection point is what? Intersection point of these pair of lines is hf minus bg by ab minus h square and gh minus af by ab minus h square. Just put these values we just found out. The center will be 1, 2. Now put h and k in the initial equation 1 and 2. So x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equals a square. You have the center and a square. Still one thing is remaining. It is passing through 1, 1. So put x as 1, y as 1. So when you put x and y as 1, you get what? A square, or a is 1 here. Now finally put it in this equation, you'll get the equation of the circle and open this, and this the A option is correct. This 8th question is, if the centroid of an equilateral triangle is 1, 1 and its one vertex is minus 1 and 2, then the equation of its circumcircle is. So this is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all the sides are equal, all the angles are equal, and all these angles are 60-degree angle. And this the center is also known 1, 1, and one of the vertex is minus 1 and 2. So this is the 1, 1, that is the center, and this one is minus 1 and 2. So the circumcircle can be made like this. This is the radius, this also is the radius, This is radius, and this one is also radius. And since we have the center also known, so we can write it as x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square equals r square. So radius we have to know, and for radius we'll apply the distance formula. So if this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2, so x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x1, whichever way you take, distance formula you have to apply. So just take the distance formula, it will be, radius will be under root 5. This is r. R is under root 5, so this is the equation. Just open this, A is the solution here. The next is question number 9. If the point 2, k lies outside the circles, so this is the first circle, x square plus y square plus x minus 2y minus 14 equals 0. This is first circle. And the other circle is x square plus y square equals 13. So the point is lying outside these circles. So what is the interval of k? In order to solve this, if this point is outside, just put x in both these equations, put x as 2 and y as k. Here also, put x as 2, y as k. And since 2 and k is lying outside this circle, we'll take it as greater than 0. We'll put the values and the final result will be greater than 0. So we have already seen the inequality. So this, if we resolve this, you'll find a quadratic equation, and then we can find out the factors. When you put 2 and k as x and y, the factors are k minus 4, k plus 2. That is, k minus 4, whenever this kind of equation is there, we find out the critical points. Since we have done inequalities already, so when we have factor, if it is greater than 0, we put k minus 4 equals 0. So k is 4, critical point, and k plus 2 equals 0. So k equals minus 2 is the critical point. So in this line, in this number line, we have 4 and minus 2. So this is 0, this is 4 and this is minus 2. And since it is greater than 0, then we are talking about either greater than 4 or less than minus 2. So this is plus minus plus, we always take the plus sign because it is greater than 0. So this is x, this k is greater than 4 either, or k is less than minus 2. So this is the first condition. Now coming to the second equation. This k square greater than minus 9, or you can use it as k square minus 9, k square minus 3 square, k minus 3, k plus 3 greater than 0. So same thing, k is either greater than 3 or k is less than minus 3. Either you take k square greater than 9 or k minus 3, k plus 3 greater than 0. So if this is 3 and this is minus 3, so k is greater than 3 and k is greater than less than minus 3. This is for second equation. Now we'll combine the plus 1. K is greater than 3 and k is greater than 4, that is k is greater than 4. K is less than minus 2 and k is less than minus 3, that is k is less than minus 3. So from minus 3 up till which point we will go? Minus infinite to minus 3. As I said, k greater than 4 and k greater than 3, that is k should be greater than 4. So greater than 4, this is the second condition. So it's 4 till infinite. So this is the union, take the union, and this k belongs to this union. So this is the C is the solution here. Question number 9, C is the solution. This is question number 10. If the point lambda plus 1 lies inside the region bounded by the curve x equals under root x 25 minus y square and y-axis, then lambda belongs to the interval. This is the point, lambda plus 1. This lies inside. So what is the curve? It's it's given in a very different form, but ultimately what we have, see, this is x equals under root 25 minus y square. If we just manage it, we'll see x square plus y square equals 25, x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equals 25, that is 5 square. So the center is 0 0 and the radius is 5. Center is 0 0 and radius is 5. So let me just make it, this center is 0 0 and the radius is 5. This is 5. Now coming to and y-axis. So this is y-axis. This is y-axis, and we are going to take the positive one. We'll take it as positive x-axis. So x coordinate and y coordinate, we have lambda and lambda plus 1. So one thing is clear, that the y should be greater than 0. Y is greater than 0. Lambda plus 1 is greater than 0. Now in this equation, x square plus y square equals 25. Put x as lambda and y as lambda plus 1. So when you put x as lambda and y as lambda plus 1, it should be less than 25. Less than 25, because this region, this lambda plus 1 lies inside the region. So this lambda plus 1 less than 25, and as I said, lambda and lambda plus 1 is y is greater than 0. Positive y-axis we are taking. So lambda plus 1 is greater than 0 is one of the condition. One condition is, when you put lambda plus 1, it should be less than 25. So quadratic equation we have already seen. Just open this, make it as a quadratic equation and try to find out the roots, lambda minus 3 and lambda plus 4 less than 0. So whenever we have less than 0, as I just explained you, we took plus minus plus. So previously when greater than 0, plus we took, now we negative we are going to take. So lambda minus 3 equals 0, that is lambda is 3, lambda plus 4 equals 0, that means lambda equals minus 4. So we have minus 4 and 3. So for less than, we'll take the inside one. So lambda will be between minus 4 and 3. Lambda will be between minus 4 and 3. And because lambda plus 1 is greater than 0, we have taken. So lambda is greater than minus 1. So lambda greater than minus 1. So just take minus 1 here. So lambda is greater than minus 1 and lambda is greater than minus 4. Lambda is between 3 and minus 4, and lambda is greater than minus 1. What does it mean? Take minus 1 and greater and take the point, the line between minus 4 and 3, and we have to take the intersection of these 2 points. So it is between minus 1 and 3. So it is between minus 1 and 3. So minus 1 and 3. So this is lambda belongs to minus 1 and 3. So this is the solution here. A is the solution. Now this is 11, question number 11. The equation of the incircle formed by the coordinate axis and the line 4x plus 3y equals 6 is. So this is the line 4x plus 3y equals 6. Now we will first find out the intersection of this line with the coordinate axis. So when we put x equals 0, y will be equal to 6 by 3, that is 2. When we put y equals 0, x will be 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2. So now we have these as the x and y coordinate points, that is this line intersect on these coordinate axes at this point. So the triangle is formed by the x-axis, the y-axis and this line, and there is an incircle. Incircle means the circle is lying inside. Incircle. So these endpoints are known. 0, 2, 3 by 2, 0 we have known, and 1 is the origin point, 0, 0. So how do we do this? First thing is x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. 0, 0, 0, 2 and 3 by 2 and 0. This we can decipher from this triangle and this figure. Now we want the length also. So take one as A, take other as B, and other is C. So x, the length of at x-axis 3 by 2, the length at y-axis is 2, and how about A? 2 square plus 3 by 2 whole square. That is, A square will be this square plus this square. Just 2 square plus 3 by 2 whole square. We'll use the Pythagoras theorem. So this will come as 5 by 2. So now the length of the sides are known and the end of the that is the vertex of this triangle are known. And what is the coordinate of the incenter? A x1 plus b x2 plus c x3 by a plus b plus c, and a y1 plus b y2 plus c y3 by a plus b plus c. Now just put these points, the center will be half and half. So this is the first thing, that is the incenter. Now x minus half whole square, y minus half whole square, that is x minus h whole square, y minus k whole square equals r square, a square. The center is known. How about the radius? In order to find out the radius, we will use the Heron's formula. The radius of the incircle we have already seen in the class 10, standard 10. It's under root s minus a, s minus b, s minus c by s. S is a plus b plus c by 2. A plus b plus c and are known side. So 5 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 2 by 2 equals 3. This is S. And radius will be, just put all these values, ABC also known. So S is also known now. Radius is half. So just open this, put A as 1 by 4, this will be the equation. Question number 12. If the circles x square plus y square equal 9 and x square plus y square plus 8y plus c equals 0, they touch each other, then C is equal to. Now there are two questions like this. In this exercise, we have two questions. 25th question is also like this. So when the circle is touching, the distance between the center will be equal to the R1 plus R2. So one circle, this is x square y square, so the center is 0, 0. And the radius is 9, so 3 square, that is 3. Radius is 3. How about this one? Since we have no 2gx term, this is 0. So center is 0. And compare 8y with 2fy. 2fy, compare it with 8y. So you get f as 4. But the center is minus f. So the center is 0, minus 4. We are talking about this circle. So now the center is also known. How about the radius here? Radius of this circle. So the center of one, center of another one, if you take the distance between these two, if these circles are just touching, so the radius will be this, radius is 3, the second radius, the radius of the second one will be r will be g square plus f square minus c. So this radius, because we know that this g and f 0 and minus 4, g and f, or you can say minus g and minus f is known, and let us put these values. So g square plus f square minus c. So we have radius as radius square actually 16 minus c. Now radius 0 and minus 4 was g and f, and r square can be written as under root 16 minus c. Okay, so r can be written as under root 16 minus c. Now let us take that logic here. So r1 plus r2, r1 is 3 and r2 is under root 16 minus c. So this is 3 and this is r2, which is under root 16 minus c. When you add them, it will be equal to the distance between these centers. So we'll use the distance formula here. That is the distance between 0, 0 and 0 minus 4. 0, 0 and 0 minus 4. This one was 3, this is 16 minus c under root. So when it is touching, as I said, what is the center here? One is 0, 0 Let me write it here. One is 0, 0. The other one is 0 minus 4. So 0 minus 0 whole square and 0 minus of minus 4, that is for 4 whole square. So actually it's 4 square only. It's 4 only, and I can, if you just point it out on a coordinate axis, 0, 0 and 0 minus 4, the distance is 4. So you know that the distance between these two are 4. R1 plus R2 is 4. R1 and R2 are 4. Even if you want to use the formula 0 minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 4 whole square, 0 minus of minus 4. Now let us equate this 4 to R1 plus R2. That is 3 plus under root 16 minus C equals 4. So take this here. 16 minus C equals under root this 4 minus 4, 3 is 1. Square it, 16 minus C is 1. So C will be equal to 15. So C comes as 15 here. Question number 13 here. If the circle x square plus y square plus 2ax plus 8y plus 16 equals 0 touches x-axis, then the value of a is. So let me write the circle here. X square plus y square plus 2ax plus 8y plus 16 equals 0. If it is touching the x-axis, the value of a is to be found out. Now from here we can also find out the center, we can find out the radius. A is unknown, but so compare it with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. Compare these. Now you can see that 2gx, 2ax, if you equate, g is a and minus g will be minus a, because we are interested in the center. Center is minus g and minus g and minus f. Similarly for 2fy, equate it with 8y. So f will be equal to 4. But we have to find out minus f, because we are interested in the center. So the center becomes minus a and minus 4. This is the center. Now we know that the radius is under root g square plus f square minus c. G square plus f square minus c. So this g is a, so you can make it as a square. And radius, I'll just tell you what this will be. This a square, g square is a square, and f is 4 whole square. It doesn't matter if you put minus g or minus f or g or f. Minus c. C is 16 here. This is r square. Actually it's r, because r square we are going to take square it. So a square plus 16 minus 16, and now this is r. Now the condition is that this circle is touching the x-axis. If the circle is touching the x-axis, what does it mean? If you have x and y coordinate, it's touching the x-axis, so the radius will be the y coordinate. The y distance is the radius. So radius is minus 4 here. Radius will not be minus 4, actually radius will be plus 4. Radius is also always a distance. So it will be 4 square. Put it here. A square plus 16. And if you see in this equation, our actual equation, the c is 16. Okay. Take the equation which is given. If you compare 2x with 2gx, you got g. You compare 2fy with 8y, you got f. And you compare c with 16, or equate. C is 16. So now put c as 16 here. Put this as 16. So this a square becomes 16. A square is 16. So a becomes plus minus 4. A is plus minus 4. So this B is the answer. Next one is question number 14. The equation of a circle with radius 5 and touching both the coordinate axes is. So I'll tell you one of these, and because we have done questions like this, you'll be able to know that what I'm suggesting. If the circle is touching both the coordinate axes. This is say a comma 0. This is 0 comma a. And of course x and y coordinates or x and y distances are equal. So the center radius will be a comma a. A comma a. And every time when you will put a as 5 because the radius is given. I am just giving you a generic solution for all 4. So every time you have to take a as 4. So x minus h whole square, that is x minus 5 whole square, plus y minus k whole square, that is y minus 5 whole square, equals 5 square, that is 25. So this is one of the equation. Now when you take this circle and this circle and this circle, so what the center will be changed. Actually center will remain 5 5, but the sign will change. So if you take the coordinate that is on x-axis minus a 0, so this will be minus a, this center. This will be x is minus a, y is a. It will be minus a and a, minus a and a, and this will be equal to a and minus a. So we have taken a and a. Every time you have to take a as 5. So next time you will take minus 5 and 5, minus 5. Then you will take 5 and 5 minus 5 and minus 5. Then 5 and minus 5 and minus 5 and 5. These are all the 4 combinations you are going to use. So first, in all these, just put x minus 5 whole square, that is x minus h whole square, y minus k whole square equals 5 square. Okay, h and k will vary. 5 5 minus 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5 and minus 5 5. So final you can put it like this. Okay, this is C is the solution. C. This one is question number 15. The equation of the circle passing through the origin, which cuts off intercept of length 6 and 8 from the axis, is. So this is passing through the origin and it is cutting the intercept. So what is the intercept? 6 and 8. So let me just pass it through origin, and this is 6, that is the x intercept is 6 and y intercept is 8. And we know that in a circle, whenever we drop a perpendicular from the center to any chord, it divides the chord into 2 equal parts. This x is 6 and y is 6 when we drop a perpendicular. This is 3, this is 3. And the circle is also passing through the origin. It is passing through the origin also. So we have 3, 3 as 2 partition, and so this point will become 3, 0. 3, 0. Similarly, this point will be 0, 4. 0, 4. So center will be 3, 4. So 3, 4 is the center. And then the center is known. Now the thing remaining is radius. Radius, just join this with the origin. This is 4, this is 3. X is 3 and y is 4. So 3 square plus 4 square under root. And this is going to be 5. Radius is also known, center is also known. So x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to 5 square. This is the equation. Okay. D is the answer. Now, this is question number 16. The equation of the circle concentric with x square plus y square minus 3x plus 4y minus c equals 0 and passing through minus 1 and minus 2. When the circle are concentric with each other, that means the center will be equal. So we have a equation here, x square plus y square minus 3x plus 4y minus c equals 0. So center we can always find. So the center is minus 3x, compare it with 2gx, the center will be minus g. 4y, compare it with 2fi, put minus f here. Center is known. Now what is the equation of the circle? X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square. So this is x minus 3 by 2 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square. This is the equation of the circle, because both the centers are same. Now the circle is passing through minus 1 and minus 2, which we are interested in. So put x as minus 1, y as minus 2. So you will find out a 5 by 2. Now put it here again in the question number 1. Equation number 1. Just resolve it, and you will get x square plus y square minus 3x plus 4y plus 0. This is the required equation of this circle. B is the correct answer here. B is the correct answer. The circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0 does not intersect x-axis if. So in this type of questions, what we'll do, we will say or assume that it intersects the x-axis. Then we will find out the condition and we will take the condition which is opposite to this condition. Okay? Means whatever is the result after assuming it to be intersecting, we will take the opposite result. So we have a say this x-axis always y will be equal to 0. So we put y equals to 0. So x square plus 2gx plus c equals 0. Determinant is what? B square minus 4ac. You don't have to go for under root. B square minus 4ac is enough. A is 1, B is 2g and c is c. So b square minus 4ac is 2g whole square minus 4 into 1 into c. So this determinant should be greater than or equal to 0 if this circle intersect x-axis. So you get here g square is greater than or equal to c. So this is the condition when it is intersecting. But as I said, it is not intersecting. The question is asking it is not intersecting. So we'll take the opposite one. That is g is greater than or equal to c. Not means we have to take g square less than c. I hope you got the idea. G square greater than or equal to c is the condition for intersection. We cannot take this condition. We will take the opposite. We will take g square which is less than c. This condition shouldn't be there because this condition we got and we assumed wrong because the question is saying it's not. This is question number 18. The area of an equilateral triangle inscribed in the circle. So this is the equilateral triangle, sides are equal, angles are equal 60 degree. So we have equilateral triangle inscribed in the circle. So this is the radius, and the equation of the circle is also given. So center can be easily found out. So you have this circle equation, equate it with 2gx, find minus g, compare minus 8y with 2fy and take minus f. So 3 and 4 are the center. This is the center. Okay. Now we want the area. The question is asking about the area. Area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. A square is side square. So how to find the side? This is radius. I am dropping a perpendicular from center, and we know in a circle we drop a perpendicular from the center. It divides the chord into two parts. Center is 3. The 4 is g is 3, f is 4 and c is minus 25. So g square is f square minus c, you get 9, 16, 25. Added this and take the root, you get 5 root 2. 5 root 2 is the radius. Now take this triangle, this one which I am pointing out, and just assume that this is b, this is c, say this is o, this is d. So actually BD equals DC because we have perpendicular to the chord BC. Or you can say that BC is twice BD. How do you find the BD? Because we know that the angle is 30 degree. Whole angle is 60 degree. So half will be 30 degree because of radius, so equal angles on the opposite side. So cos 30 equals this BD, cos 30 base upon hypotenuse, BD by 5 root 2. BD will be 5 root 2 into cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So twice of BD we have to find out because we are interested in BC. Just multiply 2, 5, under root 2, under root 3 will give you root 6, 5 root 6. So this is your BC. This side has come now. And since for area root 3 by 4 into 5 into root 6, 5 root 6 whole square. So this will come root 3 into 225 by 6 square units. So A is the correct option. A is the correct option. This is question number 19. The equation of the circle which touches the axis of coordinates and the line x by 3 plus y by 4 equal 1 and whose centers lie in the first quadrant is x square plus y square minus 2cx minus 2cy plus c square equals 0, where c is equal to. So a line equation is given, x by 3 plus y by 4 equals 1. Now this circle is touching both the axes, x-axis, y-axis, that is both coordinate axis it is touching, and also it's touching the line which is given by this equation, intercept form equation. Now if you see, this is, let us say that the center is C. Let us say center is C. Why the center is C? Why center is CC? See, minus 2cx compare it with 2gx. If you compare or if you equate 2c minus 2cx with 2gx, you get minus g as C. Because minus g is the center, not g. Minus g is the center. So g is this C, minus gc. And similarly, minus 2y you equate with 2fy. So you get minus f as C. That is why the center of the circle is C comma C. CC. When the center is C and the circle is touching both the coordinate axes, we know that the x and y coordinate or the x distance, y distance is C, and also the radius, that the x and y distance is C, and when you make a line from the center to that line which it is touching, then it's also that is also the center, the radius only. This equation which I told you, we'll just reform it. This is C, CC, because we just found out the center. This is C, this is C. So this is C, this is, so actually the radius of the circle is C. Radius of the circle is C. So when the radius is C and when this from the center, when you draw a line to this to this line, that is also C, that is also radius, right? So now we will take the perpendicular distance formula. So in this equation, we will drop a perpendicular from the center, which is actually equal to radius, which is actually equal to C. So 4c plus 3c, x and y I am putting cc, minus 12 and by under root 4 square plus 3 square. So c will be 6. This will come. Question number 20. If the circles x square plus y square equals a and x square plus y square minus cx minus 8y plus 9 equals 0 touch externally, then a equals. This question we have already done. Actually 3 questions are there. 25th, this question and previous question also we have done. The simple thing is the distance between the center will be equal to the radius of one circle plus radius of another circle. So x square plus y square can be written as equals a can be written as under root a whole square. So you have center, this center as 0 0 and the radius will be under root a. So what do you see here? Other one. So center, you know how to find the center now, 3 and 4. So what is the radius? Radius is under root g square plus f square minus c. 9 plus 16 minus c minus 9. So this will be 4. So what do you get? 4 plus root 3, that is radius 1 plus radius 2 equals the distance between the center. It is 3 minus 0 whole square plus 4 minus 0 whole square under root. 9 plus 16 under root, that is 5. So take this 4 here, 5 minus 4 is 1, under root a is 1, a will be 1. So a will be 1. A is the option here. Question number 21. If x comma 3 and 3 comma 5 are the extremities of a diameter of a circle with center at 2 comma y, then the value of x and y are. So this is quite straightforward question. We will just use the midpoint formula. The extremities of the diameter is given. You can take the x1 y1, x2, y2 as the two extremities, and the center point, which is the center, which is the midpoint of that line also. Diameter, any diameter, the midpoint is the center only. So we'll use the midpoint formula. These are the extremities. Let me just point it out or write it, x comma 3. And here we have 3 comma 5. Center is 2 comma y. We have this center is, so x plus 3 by 2 is 2, and 3 plus 5 by 2 is y. 3 plus 5 by 2, and you get x as 1 and y as 4. In this we have one more option, which is x equals 4 and y equals 1. So don't get tempted. The answer is none of these. This 21 has answer none of these. So when we are doing in the exam, we are tempted to tick B because we get 4 and 1. But it's actually 1 and 4. Now the question number 22. If minus 3 comma 2 lies on the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0, which is concentric with the circle x square plus y square plus 6x plus 8y minus 5 equals 0, then C. So now we have a circle already given, it is concentric. So this circle which we are interested in is passing through minus 3 and 2, and it is concentric with another circle whose equation is also given. So we can find out what? The center. Both centers are same because they are concentric. So how do you find the center? You know, minus g minus f you have to find out. So it will come as minus 3 and minus 4. Minus 3 and minus 4. This is minus 3 minus 4. So this is the center. And now we have the center. That is, this center is minus g. And this minus g is minus 3. So g will be 3. Minus f is minus 4. So f will be 4. So g and f we know. And this circle, minus 3 and 2 is satisfying. It is lying on this circle. So just put x as minus 3, y as 2. And at place x, minus 3, 2, g and f also you know. You have to put. So what do you get? C as minus 11. This is question number 23. Equation of the diameter of the circle x square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y equals 0, which passes through the origin is. Equation of the diameter. So you have the center from here. You have the center and it's passing through origin. So you have 2 points and you can get directly the equation, because equation can be found out. When you have 2 points, you can find out equation of the line. So here from this equation, center minus g and minus f you have to find out. So minus g and minus f you know by now how to find out. Minus f, so 1 and minus 2. So just compare minus 2x with 2gx, you get minus g as 1, 4y as 2fy. So you have center as minus 1 and minus 2, and 0, 0 it is passing. So you have 2 points. You can find out the diameter equation. Y equals mx plus c. So when it is passing through the origin, c will be 0. And put x as 1 and y as minus 2. What do you get? You get m. So m is coming as minus 2. Now put again in y equals mx, y equals minus 2x, or you can write it as y plus 2x equals 0. This is the equation. So this C option is correct. So question number 24. Equation of the circle through origin which cuts intercepts of length A and B on axis is. So we have A and B and the circle is also passing through origin. So this is how it is. Actually this question we have already done in our exercises. So this is A and this is B, and you know that the radius can be found out from the center. This you draw perpendicular, and perpendicular from center to the chord will divide it into 2 parts, A by 2, A by 2, B by 2, B by 2, and this coordinate will be a by 2, 0, and this coordinate will be 0, b by 2. So you get the center as a by 2 and b by 2. This is a by 2 and b by 2. And since a by 2, b by 2 is the center, you can directly write the equation of the circle as x minus h whole square, that is x minus a by 2 whole square plus y minus k whole square, k is b by 2 whole square, equals r square. Now radius is to be known, but this circle is passing through the origin. The distance from 0, 0 to a by 2, b by 2, that is the radius. This is radius. So take the distance, that is a by 2 minus 0 whole square plus b by 2 minus 0 whole square, that is under root a by 2 whole square plus b by 2 whole square. So that will be under root a square plus b square by 2. Under root a square plus b square by 2. This question we have already done in our exercises. That is why I am just telling you the answer. This is the B option is the correct answer. Question number 25. If the circles x square plus y square plus 2ax plus c equals 0 and x square plus y square plus 2by plus c equals 0 touch each other. So they are touching, same concept we are going to use. The distance between the center of two circles will be equal to the addition of the radius. So this is a circle, a kind of circle. So the center, both the equation you use to find out the center. So x square plus y square plus 2ax plus c equals 0. There is no y term. So y will be 0 and minus g you have to find out. So minus a 0 will be the center. Similarly, this one 2by. So you have y term minus b. X is 0. X term is 0. So you have minus a 0 and 0 minus b. So center is c1 and c2. You can just write it here. Minus a 0 and you have this as 0 minus b. Now we have to find out the radius. So what will be the radius 1 and radius 2? Radius 1, radius 2, again you can find out using under root g square plus f square minus c. So let me take the distances also. That is the distance between the center. 0 minus minus a, that is 0 plus a, and minus b minus 0 whole square. So the right hand side is known now. How about the radius? Center is known? Center is known to us. So this radius is g square plus f square minus c. R1 will be under root minus a whole square plus 0 whole square. You have to take g square. So not a, you have to take not a minus a, you will have to take a. A square plus 0 square minus c. R2 will be similarly here 0 square plus b square, again minus c. Now just put it here, a square minus c plus b square minus c equals under root a square plus b square. Now we just need to solve it and we will get the final result. Let me solve it. So we will square both the sides. We have to square it twice, I guess, because I can see that the first one is the answer, so we have to get to that answer. Just square these and try to get the first one. A is the correct option here. Okay. Let me just square it. This is a square minus c plus b square minus c plus 2 into a square minus c into under root b square minus c equals a square plus b square. I squared it. A square, b square gets cancelled. So minus 2c, 2c I can take on the other side. So 2c equals, I am taking root on this side. 2 under root a square minus c and this b square minus c. So what do you get? Now again I am squaring it. So root on the right hand side goes. I am multiplying it inside. A square b square minus a square c minus b square c plus c square. Now again c square gets cancelled. C square gets cancelled. You have a square b square minus a square c minus b square c equals 0 basically. Now you can divide whole equation by a square b square c into a square b square. So I'm taking a square b square on one side, other on the other side, a square c plus b square c. And then you get, as I said, divided by a square b square into c. But first divided by a square b square. What do you get? Divided by a square. So a square b square. So the left hand side term you will get 1 equals this a square gets cancelled, c by b square plus, and you have b square c by a square. Now divide both sides by c. So this you get 1 by a square plus 1 by b square equals 1 by c. So the first is the correct option. There is another way also. You can see that we have another method also. You can use this also, but the other method also I told you. There can be certain methods to solve it. So this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.